Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Get a Clue Marketing Show. I'm David D, and in today's show, coming up, we're going to be talking about online advertising and talk about where all the budgets are going and how much is being spent. I mean, we're talking about billions and trillions of dollars, all coming up on this episode of the Get a Clue Marketing Show. Stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome back. Now, I've been playing around with the different backgrounds, okay? I went ahead and blew up my logo for the show, and I was going to have that in the background for a while, but then I like the green screen so I can give you all those special effects. I like doing creative stuff like that, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do as far as the different backgrounds and things like that. So we're still messing with it. And you guys can comment or follow us on Twitter at GetAClue777 and tell us how you think about the background or having a green screen. Anyway, make a long story short, coming up in our Facts and Stats segment, we're talking about online internet advertising, okay, and how many billions of dollars were spent last year in 2015. And let me show you real quick. Okay, so in our facts and stats, there were actually $22 billion spent on online advertising globally. Okay, this is in the third quarter of 2015. Now that was globally. In the United States alone, there was $15 billion spent with online advertising. I mean, anywhere from Joe's snack shop to the conglomerates, the Coca-Colas, the Budweisers, all those different music, entertainment, all those ads combined were in the billions. So that's pretty big. In fact, they're estimating by 2020, can you imagine 2020, they're going to estimate $1.7 trillion in online ads. Now, I was just reading an article the other day that a lot of that is click fraud. Okay, now that's not good at all because they have little bots. They call them bots, which is a scripted program to go through and do fake clicks, fake friends, fake likes, fake views, and all these types of things. And that's one of the things that the industry, to be honest with you, I don't think they're ever going to get away from that or crack down on that. So I did read in the article, and you can see it here in the show notes, that they have cracked down hard, but not hard enough. And about $7 billion of that is going to be fraud, So you can imagine that almost a third of online ads are fraud using bots and scripts and robots and stuff, is what they call them online. Anyway, coming up on our book market segment, I want to show you where I get all my facts and stats and where you can go to get great content and great statistics on what the industry is doing, okay? So check this out in our book market segment. Okay, in this segment, I wanted to point you over to clicks.com. This is one of my favorite websites I like to go to for stats and data and things. I'm like a data hound, okay? I like to just suck it up and analyze and see where my target market, where I can address them at. And that's clicks.com. You can see the links below. Also, HubSpot. HubSpot is really fantastic. If you're not familiar with HubSpot.com, they come out with a bunch of PDFs, infographics, all about segmenting markets and price comparisons. And you can go on there, just go to HubSpot.com, type in advertising, online ads, and they'll give you a complete breakdown plus a free report and all this. It's crazy. They got a lot of different information. I wish I had that, but you know what? I don't have the employees they have, so collecting all this data. So that's why it's better for you to go over to HubSpot. Now, I'm not affiliate with any of these people. Normally, as a disclaimer, I would let you know. Anyway, there's another cut. There's another website that I like to go to. It's called eMarketer.com. Now, I've talked about this in the past. They got a lot of different graphs. If you like graphs and surveys and what people are thinking, what they've said, what kind of answers, polling data, all that type of stuff that you're going to find on what works and what doesn't, you can go over to eMarketer.com. And again, they're similar to HubSpot, but they have it in a better graphical form that you would be able to easy understand, and all those different statistics. I'll tell you, those are great. So anyway, coming up in our Ask Me segment, I'm going to talk about how somebody has a question about online ads versus print. Now, this should be a no-brainer, but let me go into detail real quick coming up. Okay, so for our Ask Me segment, I had this question the other day, which came up. Which is better to do, online advertising or print advertising? Now, if you've been living in a cave for the last 20 years, you would probably still ask that question if you should do print advertising, okay? Print is going by the wayside. If you haven't noticed, there are magazine subscriptions that no longer use hard copy printing, okay? You just take a look around at the different ways that people are absorbing their content. They are so obsessed with their phones that you can get all your information right from your phone. So print advertising has gone by the wayside. Now, the people that use it, they're not going to go away. The people with big budgets, I mean, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars being spent on print advertising. It's a waste of money. I'm telling you. And here's the other thing. You can't track print advertising. If you're advertising in a newspaper, the only thing you can do to track that is to cut out a coupon and bring it to the store or bring it to your favorite restaurant. Okay, now who's going to do that? All right, they can do that on your phone. Here it is. Here's the coupon. Swipe the barcode at the register and you get a discount. So if you're still using print, God bless you and have fun. I hope you got deep pockets, okay? But the thing with the major benefit with online advertising is the fact that you can track it. You can, you can change it on a dime. If your headline isn't working, your picture isn't working, you can change that within a few hours instead of days waiting for print. I mean, I remember back in the day, 1988, 89, I was doing mail order, okay? And I would have to write to the companies, to the magazines, the periodicals. I'd say, okay, let me have your rate card. How long does this go? Okay, we're going out. We're going to schedule these 3 months out. That's 90 days. Okay, so if you place an order now in 90 days, it'll be in the magazine. I said, we didn't know any better. Internet advertising wasn't even a thought back then. Not to our minds, okay? So anyway, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then when the internet came along and we could do online ads and change the headlines and change the graphics, everything just shot up. That's why it is a $22 billion business, and that was just last year, okay? In the U.S. alone, it was $15 billion, like I said earlier. Anyway, so your question is just really irrelevant, especially for the type of business that you're looking into. Anyway, I hope that helps. I try to recommend all my clients to stay away from print, okay? All right, moving on in our do-it-yourself questions. I'm going to show you some places that you can go to for your do-it-your-own or do-it-yourself type of advertising on these three big networks. Check it out. Okay, so our DIY segment today, we're going to be talking about where you can go to get the best prices and the best targeting, okay? Now, when I first started out in internet marketing back in 96, 97, I started looking around, and basically this is when Yahoo was just coming out. I didn't have a lot of money for Yahoo. Of course, it was cheap back then, but for small businesses and things, maybe they couldn't scale. Okay, so what happened was, if you wanted cheap advertising, you would advertise on somebody's email newsletter. Okay, you would, if you're on one of those people's newsletter, you would contact them, say, okay, I got $10 a week. Can you put me in $10 a week? And they would reach, anywhere from 3,000 people that were dedicated to that topic, to that niche, or all the way up to 25,000 people, okay? And then the price increased as you go along, okay? Now, one of the places that I went to back then was buyandsellads.com, okay? Go over there, buyandsellads.com, and once you go there, you can pick out your categories. What does your product, what does your service feature in the categories that they have? Just scroll down and go right into, for me, it would be business and finance. And you go into the different channels. They show you the types of impressions, how many impressions they get a month. And you can go there and negotiate different prices. They have them listed there also. Let me go there real quick. They have the price listed, $12 per 1,000, okay? And usually they have a group 1,000, like 5,000. You have to get a minimum of 5,000. So 5 times 12 is 60, and you'll be able to get on a certain section onto their blog or to their website, okay? So that's buyandsellads.com. Then the other ones are Facebook, okay? Facebook is so great at targeting now. Especially since they went public. They are really scrutinizing the target markets and the niches that you can go to. There are people making hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook using their ad platform. Now, I use Power Editor to go deep into the audiences and deep into online buyers, because I could segment that out. I could segment out online buyers who have bought before in the last 30 days. It's astounding. Okay, and then the other one is Twitter. If you're looking for some fast reaction, fast comments, Twitter also has great targeting too. And we'll go into that. I go into that in my other classes, my 21 online classes that I give away for free. You can actually see those classes when you sign up. Anyway, so that's it. Buyandsellads.com, Facebook, use Power Editor so you can really customize your audiences, and Twitter. Okay, you could just do that for starters if you don't know where else to go. And that's about does it for this do-it-yourself segment. I just need to move on coming up to our Share It Forward segment. Stay tuned. Okay, in our Share It Forward segment, I would like you to be able to share 21 online classes in 21 days. Okay, now I not only want to give you this link, but I also want you to share it to other people, because these are 21 classes that will help you step by step along the way, finding out about more marketing, more internet marketing, Facebook ads, how to build your own product, how to brand your product, how to promote yourself online, how to do, video production, how to do music. All these different classes are cram-packed into this 21 online classes, okay? So You definitely want to check it out. Here's the link that you can go to, and I appreciate that if you would send it on to somebody else, because you know what? We live in a dire age, and people are losing their jobs all over the place, and I'm one of those people that like to give out things and advice to people get back on their feet. Okay, you know, I went through 2 midlife crises over the last 7 years. So I know what it's like to be in and out of jobs. So anyway, share it forward. I would appreciate that. And coming up on our tip of the week. All right, real quick, the tip of the week is don't walk on black ice, okay? It's winter time at the time of this programming, and you don't want to walk on black ice because you can fall and really hurt yourself. So be careful out there. Use salt when needed, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for watching. This is David D. Follow us on Twitter with the profile at GetAClue777. That's GetAClue777. Or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go over to the Get a Clue Marketing Show, which is right here. And let us know if you like a static background or the green screen. Anyway, I went long. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Say it with video.